Hey folks, and welcome to this playthrough. We're going to be playing as a melee fighter, the ugliest, dumbest, and saddest character in the Wastelands, and we're going to be punching our way through the entire game. So first, new game of course, and we're going to create our own character, and he's going to need a name that symbolizes what we're about to do. So, perfect. Now, of course, as I said, we're going to be punching our way through. So we're going to be focusing on strength, endurance, and agility. So we're going to lower our intellect to the lowest possible setting. Same for charisma. And we're going to pump all of those points into strength and endurance. We're also going to be decreasing our luck a little bit. We don't need that as much. And we're going to put those extra points into agility, making that 10, giving us 10 action points as well. It's going to be really important later on. As for traits, we want to do heavy-handed. It does do more damage, as you can see there. It increases the melee damage from 5 to 9. It almost doubles. We do not want to use Bruiser, even though it ups our strength. It does cost AP, and we want those 10 APs for later in the game. Instead, we're going to go ahead and do our skills. So of course we're going to do unarmed. We're going to go ahead and tag that. We also want first aid. There's going to be a lot of damage given to us throughout the game, so anything we could do to help, would appreciate it. And lockpick. There's going to be areas where we need to gain access to either place or, lock boxes and so on. So those are only the 3 skills that we need, really. So let's go ahead and start a game here.
Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one. The process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe. Okay?
Well, as you heard, first order of business is to get a water chip for our vault. And we get the location of a different vault located to the east of our current location, Vault 15. Basically, the Overseer hopes that there is something over there that might be interesting to us. And it is. There's a couple of items over there that would help, a new player. There's also another location on the way where you meet Tandy, interesting NPC, and you do a few more quests to level up. Now, we're not going to do any of that. Tandy can take care of herself. Instead, I'm going to go straight to where the water chip actually is. So we're heading straight to Necropolis. Of course, we have to get out of this cave first, so check this body out here. And there's a few items here that, will help any player, regardless if you want to use firearms or unarmed, which we are. So the Knuckle Duster, and that's what we're going for. And I'm just going to go through this cave, killing every single rat in here, in order to quickly level up. In the beginning, we're going to need as much help as possible. So I'll just speed this entire scene up, and there's a bunch of rats here. Each rat will give me 25 experience points, which makes me closer to leveling up at level 2. But there's still a long way to go before we basically get to a level where we can defend against pretty much anything in the wilderness. You can see here that I am doing pretty good against the rats. I kill most of them with the first blow or the second blow. Health is looking good. Thanks to the 10 AP, I do get 3 attacks every round. I mentioned later on that we're going to need those 10 APs for a specific reason. And that is when we level up to, I believe it's level 6, we get our second perk. And that's going to be basically increasing our damage output. We're going to be hitting faster. So every attack is going to cost 1 AP less. So here we'll just save our game before we enter the great unknown. You can see here that I did save a few games before this, just to have a test run. And to show you here, this is Vault 15. There's a village right here-ish where you would pass by. As I said, we're not going to do any of that, so we'll just go straight into an encounter. So here we have a rad scorpion. Typically these are really dangerous for new players, but we don't have too much of a problem with him. We can search him and take his stinger for some extra coin. You can also make antidote of that if you like. So we'll save and go straight into another encounter. And another rad scorpion. Now, again, not too difficult for the level that we're at. So we'll just save again and continue on our way. Now, one thing that you will see is that I will basically hit and run. You'll see that here, especially since I'm up against 4. This is also why you need the extra AP, because you need to be able to hit an enemy and get to a far or a safe distance. So you can see here I just have them trail me. Got a little too carried away there, so you can see that they do actually hit me occasionally. Basically, if I do one hit and run, they won't be able to attack me. So just watching my health, calculating how many times I can hit before I need to run away, and this makes real quick and easy work out of an enemy that's otherwise really tough. So yeah, typically if you're up against 4 rad scorpions as a level 1 character in this game, you're in for a really tough fight. However, with this build there's no problem whatsoever, and I'm able to easily finish off all 4 of them, which also conveniently levels me up, so that's nice. So we're at level 2, and here I'm just going to punch everything into unarmed. Every single point's just going to go straight into unarmed, because we're going to need that to be as effective as possible. And of course you have to go around and loot every single corpse afterwards. Not that we really need it, but we're going to need stim packs later on, so everything that we can get in order to trade for stim packs is going to be really good. Now here I actually got a little lost, so I was wandering around trying to figure out if I walked too far, and nope. So welcome to Necropolis. Typically this is a very difficult area filled with ghouls and super mutants. We're just gonna go straight into the sewer, where we get ambushed by a couple of mole rats. So we'll go and finish those off, and the sounds they make are just... Now, if that isn't a sound that's gonna haunt you I don't know what is. That's like the first time I played this game, that sound of basically their skulls just imploding, it's gnarly. There's no other way to describe it. But anyways, we finish off all the mole rats, save our game, continue north, and we're just gonna basically run through the entire sewer. A couple of bodies here, so we'll pick up a knife and continue on. Now, this area here is actually home to some friendly ghouls, as you can see here. So, of course, since they're friendly, we're gonna steal their first aid supply, and we're gonna use their friendliness to basically go to sleep. So, I hit the wrong menu here, so I'll go back, go into Pip-Boy, and we're gonna rest until fully healed. This is a strategy that we're going to be using a lot over the course of the game, especially in the later levels like the military base and the cathedral. Now here I actually take the wrong staircase. I realize right here that the way continues up, so we'll just head back down and continue further into the next area where we will actually go up. This will be the area where the super mutants are, so we're gonna go here, and you can see one of the super mutants right there. We're just gonna walk straight past him, just stay at a little distance, he won't bother us, and we'll go in and meet the leader.
Hey, you not look like ghoul. How come? Huh? What?
Well, that was easy. So, basically being as stupid and ugly as they are, they treat you as one of their own, and you're free to walk anywhere you like. Right over here you have the water, well, it's kind of like a water pump, yeah. So you can repair that. If you do that, you can actually get the water chip without having to steal it. So, you know, I always like to give it a few tries just to see if we can take the friendly, non-violent approach, but nah. So we'll head further down. There's a ghoul trapped in a cell here, so we'll free him. Need to pick the door, and it's not a very difficult door to pick, but you do need a little bit of skill. But even so, you just have to keep trying. Eventually you'll open it up, and it'll give you 200 experience for freeing the ghoul. You can have a little chat with him. Of course, by chatting, I mean saying "ya." So you can see that our dialogue options are really limited. Here I'm lost, can't find the actual sewage entrance. So I just wander around until I finally found it, and keep going down. Now we're in the vault, where we have two feral ghoul guards. They will attack us on sight, but they are unarmed, and when it comes to unarmed combat, we are much better than they are. So they're real easy prey, really. They don't have anything of value on them, so we'll just continue on into the vault. As for the different floors here, there are 3 floors, and the second one doesn't contain anything except 3 goals to the left here. Just to show you a little here, there are no real loot, so you can go and kill those feral ghouls if you like, but we'll just go down to the 3rd floor, pick these, which doesn't really have anything in them, so continue. You can see here that the feral ghouls do not bother us until we steal the water chip. Now, of course, we went up a level, so we want to get some extra damage in. It gives us +2 damage points. And, of course, we're going to increase our unarmed skills again. We want that to be at 120. So 119, that's perfect. Go ahead and put the rest in lockpick. And we're done for now. So you can see here that these ghouls will now attack us. But with the extra damage and the fact that they're all unarmed, they are really easy, except for this guy. Punched him in the head, I punched him in the eyes, punched him again, he got up, and for some reason he kept going. One of the strongest, well, feral ghouls I've met so far in the game. So, really impressive. This guy, not so much. In any case, we'll continue going back up. We have the water chip. We could kill the rest of the ghouls for the extra experience, but I didn't really see a point. We had 14 health. So we'll just get out of here. And you can see here the other ghoul hasn't come far. So we'll just bypass him, hook straight left, and just save for safety, and head straight for Vault 13 after we have another encounter. This is just some free ammo lying on the ground, so we'll pick that up. That's extra money, and continue our way back home. And it's our old friends the rats, so they're easy enough. And that was easy. So we'll continue back onwards to the vault. And when we get here, we're just going to go straight to the command center. There's really no point in going through the other floors, because there's nothing there for us to do. Here, however, we'll go in, and we don't need the water, but we'll take the medical items. There are a couple of more stim packs in here, so we can take those as well. And then we can have a little chat with our friend over here. And by chat, I of course mean ramble incoherently. So instead, we'll make our way to the Overseer for one of the best interactions in any video game.
Chip? Oh, that's great. Can I have the chip, please? No, not that. I want the computer chip. No, the chip. Just give me the chip! Thank you. Now, go to the library and rest for a while, okay? Oh yes, you did good. And I'm sure you have a lot to tell.
That interaction never gets old. But we leveled up, so we gained 3 more levels. So we're going to put everything in first aid and lockpick. We're going to 2 points into doctor, just in case we get any eye damage or any injuries we need to take care of. And we're gonna head back to the Overseer for our next part.
I just wanted to let you know that the water supply is stabilized. Actually, we're rebuilding our reserves. You did great. I am a little concerned, however. Oh, yeah. It's like this. There is a bad place where the bad mutants come from. It is bad. Vault is good. Please, go destroy bad place.
Go destroy bad place. Got it. So we'll head back out of here, and we'll just head straight for the wasteland. I'm going to steal a couple of flares first, because that's why. But yeah, so we'll save before we head out, and we're just gonna head straight south. Mission is to get to Junktown. We got a quick encounter here, though. Now, raiders are the most dangerous people that we've met so far, or enemies I should say, because of their guns, but as long as we're keeping a good eye on our health, they are not that difficult. As you can see here, we've killed 2 of them already. It's just a matter of keeping an eye on the health, and we'll be fine. Well, at least we saved our vault before we died. We got the water chip, we installed it. Next, we're going to get to the bad place to kill the bad people. So we'll do that in the next part of this series. I want to thank you so much for sticking out and watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now, I normally don't do these sort of videos, so any feedback is appreciated. And I hope to see you in the next part of the series. Thank you and good night.